All right. Good morning. I think that it's about time to make a start. My name is George Lin, and I'm a professor and a interim head of the Department of Geography, University of Hong Kong. First of all, a very warm welcome to all of you. This is a very, very special moment in time. We are still finding our way to deal with the pandemic, but I think that we are reaching possibly the end of the dark tunnel to see new light. So I think that there are good reasons for all of us to be positive, to be confident, to be hopeful, to be optimistic. What I'm going to do in the next half an hour is to give you an introduction of the Department of Geography, what we are, what we can offer, and what you could do if you are interested, and what we can help you. Essentially, what is available and why do you bother to look at geography? And if you happen to be interested in geography, what would be the possibility for you? Now, I'm mindful of the fact that this is available to a wide audience. We hope that it's reachable, accessible to as many of you as possible. So bearing in mind that there may be students, parents who are local Hong Kongers, but you also have to be to understand that there may also be people from outside of Hong Kong who use English as the language for communication, and also there may be students and parents across China's mainland. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use English as the medium of instruction, the official medium of instruction opted by the University of Hong Kong to give my sort of a very short presentation. All right, and then when we come to the Q&A, question and answer, I happen to be the one who could actually use 3 different languages. So I'll be more than to handle any questions in whatever language that you like, English, 普通话, or local 广东话. So that is what I would like to proceed. During my presentation, feel free to interrupt, to stop me if you see any burning issue that you couldn't wait. You need to get clarification instantly. All right. Okay. First of all, what is geography? Let me see. All right. What is geography? This is a very well established discipline of scientific inquiry. And if you like to make things simplify, my answer is that geography essentially is a scientific discipline that offers knowledge and analytical skill to understand why things are located where they are. Things, phenomena, it could be human activities, it could be location of economic activities, it could also be a feature of the natural environment. So all kinds of phenomena, either in the natural world or in human society, culturally, economically, politically, financially, why are things located where they are? If you happen to stop today in the morning to grab a cup of coffee in Starbucks coffee shop, and if you wonder that, hey, there are 2 coffee shops that are located nearby, on the two sides of the street. One happened to be extremely busy and doing very well, and then the other is relatively quiet and people don't seem to be too interested. And you want to understand why. Why are things located where they are? You come to study geography. We will provide answer. If you happen to have two McDonald's, one happen to be located somewhere doing extremely well, the other, suffer from bankruptcy before long. You want to understand why. Now, lately, the government has just made an announcement that the Hong Kong government is going to develop a new metropolitan center near the border in the northern end of the new territory. And you would like to understand why. Why is it located there? And to what extent is going to be successful or is going to be a failure? You come to study geography. We will provide answer for you. All right. We also offer very relevant knowledge and analytical skill to help our students to understand many of the contemporary issues such as at the moment globally leaders in the whole world are all very much concerned about global warming, extreme weather, right? Not long ago, all of a sudden within 4 days we got 2 typhoons. So you want to understand why. Now, so environmental hazards, changing quality of the environment, population, sustainable cities, the growth and development of future cities. Excuse me, Alvin, am I doing well? Everything all right? Okay, let's carry on. So issue relating to not only the natural environment, human society, the economy, tourism and leisure, transportation, public health, urban and regional governance. These are issues that we address as professional geographers, and as I'm sure you agree with me that these are highly relevant, and that is very much valuable and practical. All right. So if you are interested, if you are concerned of your future career development, I can assure you that this is something that really deserves your special consideration. We also provide training so that when students enter our program, they will be able to receive sufficient training to gain what we call transferable skills. All right. So upon your graduation, once you get onto the job market, if you go for a job interview, you meet with your potential employer, most likely you will be asked, what kind of skills can you offer? So we emphasize on training of transferable skill, including critical thinking, analytical capability. I think that this is what the University of Hong Kong very much emphasized. We also train students in many other skills that are extremely important for your personal development. For instance, communication, collection and analysis of information, and now the cutting edge technology in information technology. All right. And then finally, socializing and personal skill. You wanted to be an independent worker, but you also wanted to be an excellent team player. So how do you work? Both independently, obviously with necessary guidance, but at the same time, you have to work along with many others, right? So these are the kind of skills that we would like to help students to develop. Obviously, there's no kind of standardized manual or handbook, but what we are able to create, we're able to provide to students is we provide you a platform. We provide you with opportunities so that you will be able to engage in what we call learning by doing, right? Experiential learning. This is something that we will be able to do. We also provide discipline-specific skill. For instance, in doing field work, if we would like to understand why things are located where they are, you cannot just do it indoor, or what I call armchair scholars, that you spend almost all of your time in the library. That is not good enough. Geography, we have a passion about the outside world. So when geographers get out of our comfort zone indoor, when we get onto the field, literally all professional geographers become so excited because we're able to identify, to compare, to analyze, and then to understand our observation. So we will train our students so that you will be able to do the same thing. Obviously, we also have laboratory. So when you got a question or an interest or a sort of curiosity in your mind, how do you answer those questions? How do you satisfy your curiosity? Laboratory. You go to the laboratory to do necessary analysis. And then finally, presentation and even prediction of what is going to happen in the years to come. These are what we call discipline-specific skill, and we will provide opportunity for you to learn. Well, so obviously in Hong Kong, I understand that you are provided with a great range of options for you to choose, right? The University of Hong Kong is not the only one that has provided geography. You can also do geography in other universities, Chinese University, Baptist University, the Education University of Hong Kong, and even many others. So why Hong Kong U geography? What makes geography at Hong Kong U special? That deserve, as I say, it deserves your special consideration. Well, if you really care about ranking, well, we're doing pretty well. We're ranked #1 in Hong Kong, #2 in Asia, and #11 in the world. Well, mind you, this is not easy. If you think about how many geography departments in the whole world, well, not to talk about the whole world, how many geography departments in China? How many geography departments in the United States? How many geography departments in India, in Russia? You are talking about tens of thousands of geography departments. And yet, isn't it incredible that we're able to score #11 in the world? Now, obviously, this is the result of historical accumulation. We happen to be fortunate that we're able to accumulate this takes decades, even centuries of hard work to build up our reputation. It's really not easy. It's not something that you can do overnight. So we're simply fortunate that we enjoy a good reputation, and we are building on an excellent tradition established since the year 1930. Hong Kong U geography, if you are interested in what makes it special, I think that we would also say that we offer a variety of options to meet your interest. At the undergrad level, we offer geography major. We also offer a major of urban governance. And upon your graduation, if you are interested in moving on, actually nowadays, if you would like to enter into the labor force, to have a bachelor degree is no longer good, competitive enough. So more and more graduate students, upon their graduation, obtaining a bachelor degree, you spend 1 more year to get a master degree. And once again, this is an advantage. Because if you go to the United States, most likely, or you go to China, all right? If you go to China, after your university graduation, you would like to do a master degree, you have to spend 3 years. Here, we only ask you to do 1 year. If you go to the United States or Canada, after your university graduation, you would like to do a master degree, you have to spend 2 years. Here, only 1 year of intensive training. So, we are committed to provide students with the same kind of quality, obviously with intensive training. So we offer Master in Transport Policy and Planning. This is actually a chartered degree program. We offer Master of Arts in China Development Studies. This is one of the very first ever established locally and even globally. And we attract more than 600 applicants, and we only have a very limited quota. So it has become one of the most competitive, prestigious programs that we offer in the department. Now, for those who are interested in research degree program, we offer MPhil, PhD, and we are fortunate enough to attract a significant number of scholars who have got a doctoral degree from some of the most prestigious universities in the world. Harvard University, Columbia University, Berkeley, so on and so forth. Those scholars who have got a PhD degree from Harvard, from MIT, Columbia, Berkeley, they come to the department to do a postdoc. So I think that gives you another indication of the kind of reputation that has been very well established by the department. We also provide for extremely well-equipped laboratory, namely the Geographical Information Systems Laboratory, Soil and Biogeography, Geomorphology and Hydrology, and then finally Urban and Transport. And some of these equipments are very much cutting edge, very, very expensive. So, it's a privilege. If you are able to enter the program, you can enjoy working in this laboratory with some of the cutting edge best equipment available. And then we have got this is an iconic map library. I think that is possibly the best available in Hong Kong. We have got the most comprehensive collection of materials, and some of the materials available here are extremely valuable. They are basically they are items for collection. They are only available here. Once again, simply because we happen to be one of the first established. Obviously, when you are interested in entering a university, you would like to learn. So the curriculum is what you should take a look at seriously. And this is also what we very much emphasize. We provide a comprehensive curriculum we emphasize not only on theoretical understanding, but also practical training of the skill that I just mentioned. And finally, we value liberal education. We value blue sky scientific inquiry. We value students' individual interest and freedom. So we minimize our restriction, and on the contrary, we provide as many options, the greatest space of freedom for students to choose. If you enter Hong Kong U Geography, what is going to happen is that this will be a 4 years program, right? So in the first year, we'll provide a large options, many options of courses for you to choose. And we only require that you select one out of the core courses that we have provided. So you can see here, we have provided a long list of core courses in year one. And you can choose from this long list depending on your individual interest. And even further, when you come to the university, you will realize that unlike in high school, in the first 2 weeks, you are allowed, and indeed you are encouraged to do your what I call superstore shopping, moving from classroom to classroom, collecting course syllabus, listening to the lecturer maybe for a little while to see whether you can understand, whether you are interested, whether this is interesting or whether this is boring. And then you are allowed to finalize your course selection within the first 2 weeks. So, it's not like, you are forced, you are restricted, you are limited, you are asked to do things against your own will. That is not what a university will look like. So we value liberal education. We try our best to organize our curriculum, our teaching and learning in a what we call student-centered and problem-solving manner. You are the center, not university professor. All right, you are our boss. We are here to meet, to serve you, so that you can find answer to any issue you are interested. You are not going to be forced to do things that you don't like, that you are not interested. All right, so when you come to the second and the third year, we offer actually now more than 40, actually literally 50 advanced level courses. All are elective. So you have a wide range of options for you to choose. And then in your final year, in your fourth year, we have 4 capstone experience courses, including the overseas future that I'm going to discuss in just a moment. Now, while we try our best to provide maximum space of freedom to students, it doesn't mean that the courses that we have offered have no logic, have no logical coherence. That is far from the case. On the contrary, we purposely offer our courses around 4 main themes that we believe to be highly significant theoretically and extremely relevant and practical for students who are interested in what you are going to do upon your graduation. So all of the courses are organized around these 4 themes, namely the environment, global warming, sustainable development, natural hazards, so on and so forth. All right, urban and transport, urban planning, transport policy and planning, housing development, In fact, it is no exaggeration to say that the departments over the past so many decades has helped to train many successful government leaders, planners, and practitioners. So if you go to the Hong Kong government and you take a look at the planning department, transportation, environmental management, countryside management, housing, you will see a large number of Hong Kong U geographies alumni, right? Simply because the training that we offer happen to be very, very relevant, very, very useful. Tourism and leisure, and then finally China and the Pacific Rim. So these are the 4 themes addressed by all of the courses that we offer. We provide field trip, and in fact, I can tell you that one of the major attractions of geography curriculum in comparison to our peers is the availability of field trip. Right? We talk to many students, and they say that, well, they have decided to declare major in geography primarily because we have this very, very interesting future. See, what is going to happen is that in your advanced year, certainly not in the first year, most likely in the 3rd year, in a summer, we take our students to go overseas outside of Hong Kong for 2 weeks. And professor will go along with you. So, this is not an ordinary tourism trip. Rather, it is very much an excellent opportunity of experiential learning. So students are always fascinated by going to the field and learning things that you will never be able to understand without the knowledge and analytical skill provided by geography professor. So there are 2 types of field trip. All right. One is the kind of short local field trip that are built into the teaching of an individual course. So, for example, if you do a course on climate change, maybe the professor will organize a 1-day field trip to take you to a field site, and these are the field sites that have already been identified in different parts of Hong Kong. So these are the 1-day field trip. All right, and then when the overseas, okay, this is the images of some of the local field trips, just to give you an idea. It's really a lot of fun, yeah. And the department will provide support to facilitate the organization of these local field trip. Overseas field trip, as I just mentioned, 2 weeks before proceeding to year 4, that is usually in the summer at the end of your year 3, you will be taken to a field site either in Manchester, in the UK, or in Australia, or Italy, or somewhere in China. All right. So if you go to the UK, you will spend, we will take you to stay in the dormitory of the University of Manchester for 2 weeks. I took my student to go there on a number of occasions, and it's really a fantastic experience of teaching and learning. I simply could not imagine that, if you happen to be a student, this is something that you very much long for. You travel to many different parts, nearby Liverpool, Blackpool, York, Bradford, Snowdonia, and Scotland. And this is, as I say, it's not just for sightseeing. All right, it's each visit is identified and organized for a purpose. You will learn something, and at the end, you will be asked to write a report. and there are prizes to give excellent reports. So, in the end, this is a lifelong memory of your university life. This is also what makes geography very, very attractive to many students in comparison to our peers. So that's to give you an idea about how what we did when we took our student to the UK field trip, Australia field trip, Italy, of course, China as well. You can see how students are so excited. So this is why I said that it's a very, very interesting experience. Something for you to remember for your entire life. All right, I'm reaching to the end. Okay, so for those of you who are very much concerned about, okay, what am I going to do? I pay a tuition fee, although actually the tuition fee that you pay only cover less than a quarter of the cost. So you should feel this is a great privilege that you pay a very humble tuition fee, but the taxpayers, the government pay the bulk. So that you are able to gain your education, your training. Essentially, we are very much interested in how our finished products, that is our graduates, will be able to do upon that graduation. So from time to time, we do a survey. It appears that there are basically three general pathways or options as far as employment or career development is concerned. The first pathway is that many of our graduates, upon graduation, they get a job in government agency on urban and transport planning, environmental management, tourism and recreation, housing management, countryside management. All right, so that is the first pathway. The second pathway is essentially you get a job because of not only the knowledge that we provided, but also the many kind of transferable skills that we have provided. So you are able to get into the private sector, to do administration, and some of the finance, banking industry, marketing, news media, and also teaching, right? So the last option is that students have become so interested in geography as a scientific discipline. So they become interested in doing teaching and research as their lifelong commitment. So they subsequently decided to move on to do a master's degree, a PhD degree, and become a full-time researcher, an academic, a scholar. So these are basically the three pathways or three options if you decide. And this just to give you an idea about the result of our survey conducted during 2011 to the year 2020. You can see that 70% of our graduates, upon graduation, they get a job. All right, 6% they move on to become an academic, a full-time researcher. 7% they do a TPG program. 17% a top part, a master program. So basically, you can say that 70% get a job upon graduation, and the balance 30% they move on to become an academic. Well, some of these 17%, 7%, they may also get a job after receiving a master's degree in 1 year. So, it's not too bad. And I think that I can say in confidence that employment rate is 100%. We never have any student who say, hey, I graduate and I'm unemployed. We never heard anybody who suffer from unemployment upon graduation. All right. Okay, very quickly. So I think that I share with you information about what is geography, what makes Hong Kong U geography special. And if you happen to enter Hong Kong U geography, what can you anticipate? What is going to happen? Okay, so the last issue is, all right, so how do I enter geography? I mean, assuming that many of you are still thinking among yourself. So essentially, I think that there are two paths. If you happen to be, if you happen to belong to the JUPAS admission scheme, you are doing a high school program locally under JUPAS, then you will follow a pathway. And then there are others who are either international school or school from China's mainland who are non-JUPAS, then you will follow another admission scheme, and I will explain to you. Now, if you happen to be in the JUPAS admission scheme, this is what is going to happen. First of all, you must first satisfy the University of Hong Kong's entrance requirements. You have to be accepted into Hong Kong U in the first place. And these are the requirements. All right. I'm sure that you will be more familiar than me about the requirements for you to enter Hong Kong U. All right. The other option, once you are admitted into the University of Hong Kong, you have met the requirements of entering Hong Kong U, and you feel that, hey, I'm interested in geography. For whatever reasons, you feel that you are not so much fancy about medicine, engineering, law, education, and business, engineering, architecture, so on and so forth. You feel that, hey, geography sounds a lot of fun. Well, then how do you do? Well, there is 4 different options for you, your interest in geography if you have entered Hong Kong U. First of all, we belong to the Faculty of Social Sciences. So upon entering Hong Kong U, you can enter the Faculty of Social Sciences, and if you are fully committed to geography, you are so fascinated by geography, you can declare single major in geography. And for students who declare single major in geography, we will give you special rewards. For instance, at the end of the 4 years, when we take a look at your school, your record, your academic record, your performance, and we happen to have a large number of prizes. And sometimes when you are on now, obviously these are all on a competitive basis. And the department has adopted a principle that we will give rewards to students who make a full commitment to studying geography, single major in geography. There are other rewards to be given to students as well. All right. You can also do a double major. You may feel that, hey, I like psychology, but geography sounds like fun, right? I like to understand how people's perception and behavior happen to be influenced by different environment. Well, then you can consider double major. You can have a major in psychology and then a major in geography, double major. Or if you happen to be interested in, I don't know, politics, you like to, public administration, well, you can have a double major in Department of Politics and then another major in geography. All right, so that is the first part. If you feel that my school record is not that high, I don't know, I enter the Faculty of Arts, but I'm really interested in geography. Well, then you can consider double major geography and maybe one of the subject or one of the disciplines under the Faculty of Arts. All right. If you enter the Faculty of Sciences, and you are so interested in the natural environment, you can also do a double major of geography or with another subject under the Faculty of Science. Business and administration, once again, you can have a double major in one of the subject in businesses, and then another maybe in urban governance or geography, is available for your selection. Okay, coming to the end. Now, if you happen to be a student under the international scheme, non-JUPAS, if you happen to be from China's mainland, you do the Gaokao, right? Or you happen to be from the international school, you do the IB curriculum, or you do the GCE A-level, you can also enter Hong Kong U, and then upon entering Hong Kong U, you can do geography to meet your interest. All right, perfect timing. This is what I would like to share with you, and I think that I am now at the I think that this is the time for me to turn to answer your question. And as I mentioned at the beginning, I'm happy to receive questions either in Mandarin, in English, in Guangdonghua, and I'm happy. I'm more than happy to answer in whatever language that you feel comfortable to raise. All right, now the floor is open to take your questions. You can either put your question in the chat box, or you can give me a signal and you can speak out. I'm sure that, but you remember you have to unmute. Well, actually, I'm not sure whether the host would allow you to unmute. All right, I got a question. Do subject weighting of the okay. How many students will be recruited in 2022? Well, we don't have a quota, I don't think. This is because for geography, we set no quota. I think that if you are asking quota, I think that is this need to be addressed by the university or by the faculty. I got another question. Is there any interview? And when? The answer is no. What is the lowest mark? Any weighting? This is it keeps changing from year to year. And I think that this is the information, the answer should be available from the University of Hong Kong. Okay, from the university program scoring formula for 2021 JUPA admission, from admission, the subject weighting. All right. What if I don't have any science subject as secondary, but I still want to study subject under the bachelor? Well, this is an issue that you need to ask from my colleagues in the Faculty of Science, not from me. All right. Other questions? You can put your question into the chat box. Well, finally, if there's no questions, please do visit our website, the website of the department. And if you are interested, we will also be available in the afternoon. And visit our website. All of the information should be available there, and there is also contact information if you have any issue that you would like us to address. All right, I got a question. If I want to study in physical geography only, will there be any suggestion to the program to be selected? Well, you can select either single major in geography or double major. And when you enter the Department of Geography, I'm pretty sure there are more than enough courses on physical geography for you to choose. All right, I got another questions. Any must study elective in secondary school in order to study in geography? The answer is no. We don't have any prerequisite. For international applicant, what kind of quality do you seek? Well, if you are able to enter Hong Kong U, if you are able to enter the Faculty of Social Sciences, you should have no difficulty to enter geography. I believe that if you are an international applicant, the requirement is, I mean, you were talking about IB, I believe it's quite competitive. Yeah. All right. I think that any other questions? All right. Yeah, you can speak out. Yeah.
Yes, sorry.
Yes.
Actually, I have a question. Basically, I am studying DSC, but I'm an NCS student for the non-Chinese speaking students.
Yeah.
I took the GC A level just recently. I will get the marks in about December.
Mm-hmm.
But then I already have my IGCSE and GCSE grades.
Yeah.
Is there a conversion for that one? Because I know there's conversion for GC A level in HKU.
I think so. I think that the University of Hong Kong value IGCSE just as much as GCE.
Okay.
Yeah. So yes.
Mm-hmm. Also I am already taking a geography elective in my DSC, HKDSC. Mm-hmm. Will there be any extra weighting on that one as well?
Now, if you're talking about the weighting of your qualification to enter Hong Kong U or Social Sciences, I don't think there's any weighting. But upon your entrance into Hong Kong U, that would certainly be a plus. That would make it a whole lot easier for you to do geography, either as a major, as a double major, or even as a minor. Yes.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. All right, I got a question. Let me see. If I sign up for this course, do I have to read geography before? There's no prerequisite. but certainly if you have done geography before, I think that it will help you. You will have an edge over your peers. Business math and further math considered to be compatible for applying social science. This is a question about how to enter social science, the faculty of social sciences. As far as I know, they will, first of all, I mean, in the principle of fairness, yeah, I think that they will, first of all, take a look at your school, your academic record, yeah. For example, your IB score, your IGCSE, how many A plus, and so on and so forth. And then, if you happen to be a marginal case, and if the faculty feel it necessary, they may ask you to go for an interview. So whether or not you have taken certain courses, would they add any better weight upon your entrance? I'm not aware of that mechanism. Yeah. So it's not so much what you have done. It's more how you have performed in comparison to others, because this is a competitive exercise, right? I think that my colleagues in the faculty office will have to justify why certain students are chosen, are admitted, whereas other students are denied, right? So you need to have a transparent, a fair, a competitive mechanism. All right. Okay, let me see. If I enter the faculty of social, does it mean I'm 100% to choose geography as the major in year 2? If you are accepted into the faculty of social sciences, then definitely you will be accepted into geography, either as a single major or as a double major, no problem, because we are part of social sciences. So you are guaranteed. All right. Other questions? Well, if not, I don't want to drag on forever. So as I say, okay, got another question. How does personal statement weigh when you consider an applicant? Well, as I say, I think that the most important criterion is your score. Personal statement obviously is very important because remember, the University of Hong Kong will use English as the medium of instruction. And we also expect our students to have a kind of a logical, critical thinking, analytical capability. So personal statement certainly will make a difference. As for how much, I don't think we have a specific measure to decide how much it will account. But for sure, if you provided a personal statement that is, really lousy, and you happen to be on the marginal, it happen to be a marginal case, then it will hurt you. So what I would like to suggest to you is to try your best to present a decent and obviously a personal statement that reflect upon your personal quality. Any questions that needs to be raised in Cantonese or in Mandarin, 广东话 or 普通话? All right. Well, if not, then thank you so much for your interest. And as I say, we have an open door policy. Visit our websites and get in touch with me or my colleagues. We are always ready to provide any assistance, any information to help you to get into the university, the faculty, and the department. All right. Okay, that's all for this session, and I'm going to do this again in the afternoon. So you could tell your friends that, hey, there's another session to be offered in the afternoon, starting at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. 3 o'clock in the afternoon. All right. So I hope to see other students and parents in the afternoon at 3 p.m. So for the time being, thank you so much and good luck. All the best. I hope to see at least some of you at Hong Kong U. Okay, bye-bye.